Learning does not reside in light, but without it, teaching remains invisible. Teaching is present from simplicity, where it is easily perceived, to the most intense noise, which harbors the multiplicity of themes capable of concealing it. Every event carries with it inevitability. What has already happened is, by definition, inevitable. An infinitely small portion of events involves the direct manifestation of being, but still always in an indirect way. The events perceived by the manifested being provoke reactions that, at first, are in accordance with its own nature. It is through these reactions that the nature of being becomes visible. By observing its own reaction and understanding it, the being comes to grasp part of its nature. And by understanding part of its nature, the being begins to understand part of itself. Events exist to provoke the being. Nothing can be done to prevent events of the past or the future. The present is only the instant in which the nature of the being responds to the echoes of the past or the anticipations of the future. The being must perceive that there is no essential distinction between an event of the past or the future, when both have the power to act upon its nature. Time, in this context, is only a perspective, not a barrier. The being is a diver in the universe of events. The universe does not exist without them, and events, in turn, are the synthesis of the universe. For the being, there is no event that is not perceived. The partial universe is therefore the complete universe, for it is the whole that reveals itself to the perception of the being. Immersed in this perceived whole, the being responds to itself, through an understanding that, although limited, is profoundly revealing. Understanding brings the being to the surface, but often requires deep dives to be attained. The closer to the surface, the closer is the possibility of surfing the universe, or leaving it, dissolving it. The path to this liberation passes through knowledge that deconstructs the need to exist, in conformity with a nature still not understood. It is the nature of the being that grants it existence. Actions and reactions are surprising when not foreseen. Those that are foreseen are close to the understanding that deep inquiry has made possible. Understanding reveals the nature of the agent and, consequently, comprehends the agent itself. To understand the element that acts in the being is to understand the reason for existence exists for the agent, and the agent is never greater than the being that hosts it. The being that hosts the agent is the only natural path. All others are paved trails for the agent's responses. The being enters and exits existence by itself. It is the being that makes existence perceived. Perception exists only in the being, never outside of it. What the being calls universe is the whole that it perceives. Only perception creates and dissolves the universe. The universe will always be limited, according to the limits of the being's perception. The expansion of perception, or of perceptive states, leads the being to understanding. Understanding allows the dissolution of perception. The being, as master of existence, can surf existence or eliminate it. There will always remain the unique being, who can do anything whatsoever with the whole.